the more she sees greenery, the more excited she gets. Fortunately, she seems to be immune to allergies, and she seems to get confused when everyone else gets them. But no, she's happy, she's giddy, she's prancing through the fields, the forest, she's looking at the plants that grow. She's remembering stuff that she doesn't really remember, like the names of plants, what grows there, where's the best place to find this plant. That's probably the strangest part to her. Like, she remembers, but she doesn't know why. First week, she went to the forge, probably stalked the two others a little bit, stalked the angel too, asking some questions before heading back to Braylet.
She's been offered a place to stay. I think was it Grandpa Revito, I believe, offered to let her stay at the homestead. They do have a recently vacated room.
Yeah, so she's been staying with the Revito family. She's been helping out with the fields, not just for them though. It's like after the sudden emergence of her wings, she seems to remember a few more things from her past and was able to apply them to the fields, making them grow more lush, more rapidly, more food coming with them. So she's been going around town to as many fields as she could possibly get to make sure the season's bounty is especially plentiful this year.
Which is helpful because with the amount of people who were ill, a lot of the fields were planted late, some of which hadn't even really had time to come up before weeds started taking over. And then with the partial destruction of Braylet by this devilish incursion, people are appreciative of you able to do this because it gives them a little more time to focus on rebuilding, neighbors' houses, some businesses that were destroyed.
She helps out around town as much as she can, but she's mostly in the fields. She's pretty much busy all day, and then she just goes to crash in bed at the Revito household.
The red healer, Yellow, has become quite fond of Asuriel.
Oh, she is petting that dog. She is spoiling that dog.
It's an outside dog, but it does come inside occasionally and will always curl up at your feet.
Hey, Dandy.
she'll pet the dog, give him treats, sneak them under the table.
The angel Cithabella comes to and fro from the forge and the town of Braylet, but is gone quite often due to the eruption of the Ashmouth. It's well known that things came with that. Things from beneath the crust of the world, the hells and the fire beneath. The eruption brought with it devils, as well as reports of possible demon sightings. Without Avacyn in the world to counteract them, the angels, including Cithabella, of course, have had their handful in attempting to track them down, but with Avacyn being the one who created the power to bind them, there is this sense of kind of a matter of time. Even if you destroy them once, they may erupt from the hells once again.
And she'll ask, whenever Cithabella's around, she'll probably ask how it's going. Maybe if she even needs a little help, even though she's just a squishy little sorcerer right now.
There are times it's strange, you'll go out in the morning and Cithabella will be probably perched on the edge of a roof, standing tall and surveying the town, and then when you come back around the noontime meal, it appears that she is still exactly in the same place, almost not even having moved for hours.
She'll approach. Wait, no, she has wings now. She'll fly up to the roof probably. Approach her.
How obvious is she making it, like Asuriel in general, in public, that she has this ability? Most people probably wouldn't know exactly what it means. I mean, spells are spells. You can do a lot of different things with magic if you don't understand it. But I think Asuriel would have a bit of a knowledge in the back of her head that with fiendish things about, it would make her a target. So I'm curious how how much she would attempt to hide that, or if she's wise enough to do so.
Should I roll for it?
It's up to you.
The child continuing to be stupid, or is she wisening up to this? Okay, I'd say 11.
Middle of the
just,
road.
Yeah. She'll probably do it a few times in front of other people, but for this she's going to like a little alleyway, sprouting them, giving a little flap, just enough to get her up to the roof.
Mm-hmm. And the wings themselves they're this golden, almost made of light. They're not even quite physical, but like a partial manifestation that you can still see through. Yeah, with enough propulsion to vault you onto the edge, the eve of this roof, where Civabella will turn and smile at you.
She's like gripped onto the edge because she really just barely made herself get up here. It's like, hi, and just scrambles up. Like,
She'll reach out a hand.
She'll take it. Like, thanks.
It's
still getting used to it a bit.
At the pitch of this roof, because Civabella is incredibly tall, as most angels are, larger in stature than humans. So with you being a little lower, you feel like you're maybe half her size.
She'll sit down beside Civabella. How are you doing?
You know how birds will kind of like cock their heads? It's almost like that, a little slower, but it's almost like she doesn't quite understand the nature of the question.
Well, you have to be different from before. But, you've been up here for hours. See anything interesting?
All is well.
That's good. I know I've been pestering you with a lot of questions. Is it okay if I ask a couple more?
I only wish I had more answers.
It's okay. I think these are questions that aren't too complicated, I hope.
Sometimes questions from humans make no sense.
She looks down. I guess. Maybe.
But you ask. You ask.
Okay. When I get to Thraben, I don't know where we're gonna head out again, but I still intend to go there. Do you know who I should look for to get this thing off me? Points to the color.
Civabella's ever-glowing eyes. Angels don't have an iris or pupils. It's just like light that shines out from within them. But you see her head angle up toward the cloudy Stinsian skies. That is the power of Avacyn, and I do not know where she is.
I've heard nobody seems to know where she is, but is she really missing? Or is there something else?
This I do not know.
Oh. Well,
I would be saddened if she disappeared as suddenly as she came.
Guess so. Guess she did just appear, did she? But, well, the other question was, this devil I've been seeing in my dreams has a human face. And spoke with an accent? I don't know where it's from.
You see her again shift the angle of her head, leaning back and running her fingers through her wavy golden hair. There was a man called himself ruler of this land. The story is, when he was killed, his face showed that of a devil.
Oh, that can't be good.
You know who killed him?
No?
It was the one called Amrita. Ask her. Maybe she knows.
Oh, okay. Oh no. I'll do that. Thank you. I didn't know that bit about the story, I think. Unless she's away right now, I hope she comes back.
She will.
Alright. Is it okay if I stay with you a little longer?
Of course.
Okay. And she'll just go quiet, stare at the edge of the roof with Civabella.
What is the rest of the party up to after reconvening, meeting up, and this being shoved together for the purposes of this photo that the town wanted to commemorate the heroes of Braylet? Everyone went their separate ways. Acrio had to go back to the forge to collect his newly assembled cart and several supplies for his journey. Amrita had a task that went a little sideways.
Shut up.
What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Getting drunk, I guess. Telling stories to strangers who don't want to hear them.
Just them role playing while we're away.
Yeah, double A's are out right now.
Yeah, double A's are out of commission.
Yes.
And since Amrita said that to only look for her if she wasn't back by dawn, Lorelei is just waiting, sort of in stasis until Amrita comes back.
In Braylet?
Yeah.
You're just gonna stay there overnight?
Yeah.
What is her mode there? Do you just like
She's like an
sit
NPC waiting
at the
for
tavern?
She's pacing. She sort of goes around the perimeter, maybe goes somewhere to sit for a bit, takes another perimeter. It's very much like when they first left Korsava, and she was like pacing back and forth, waiting for I think it was Acrio to come back. It's very.
I need you
much
to
the
make first a perception check and then a constitution save.
same. I'm gonna be tired, aren't I? I am perceiving. No, I'm not. Am I constitutioning? Yes, I am.
Okay. So, there is a point late in the evening when you've broken off from whatever shenanigans Cillian's getting himself up to on the edge of Braylet, where you're not positive, but you hear a sound and it vanishes too quickly, but it's one of those things where you think maybe you heard it, or maybe you imagined something and connected it, but it sounded like a wolf's cry.
Starting to panic slightly. What time is it right now?
It's hard to say. I mean, you don't
How
carry a
dark?
pocket watch. It's completely dark. It's well
Okay.
past sundown.
Right, okay. Oh gosh. What do I do? I think she'll go and try and find Cillian.
I guess she
And-
gets your sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn
just
it,
being like,
Sam.
it's just around this crowd that he's entertaining. Lorelei just stood there near the back of them looking perturbed, but almost just like she's standing in a queue, just waiting until he's done.
Listen, I would just not recommend it. I know we all dream of it. It wasn't what I thought it was going to. Lorelei! Glad you're
Hi.
catching this story. You could really use it. I've seen you looking at Acrio's brother.
Excuse me!
I'm kidding. What's up?
I need to talk to you outside.
Yeah, sure. Head out.
And she's chewing on her knuckles, like she's very anxious looking. Amrita said not to go looking for her. If she doesn't come back by dawn, right? But it's still dark. But I could have sworn I heard like a wolf noise, and I don't know if that means that we should go look for her. She said not to. What do I do?
Lorelei, I'm gonna ask this one who heard it. Yeah?
I don't like that. I don't like that question. What are my
You
senses
just-
not? Are my senses not reliable now?
No! You know that.
So every time I'm worried, I'm just crazy now. Is that what that is? Is that what this is now?
No. I was gonna be sweet, okay? I was gonna wait for the yes, and then I was gonna say, okay, let's go find her.
I don't know if I heard it or not.
You wanna go make sure? She already hates my guts. We can't go much further than that.
I don't want to upset her. It's been so long since
Have
we were
you
even.
You talk to her. She's extremely upset for some reason. I can't figure it out.
I don't want to make it worse. I'm already making everything worse with everybody else.
I'm not giving you a pep talk. Let's just go, okay? I could use the fresh air.
Fine. If she's mad, it's my idea.
No, I'm taking that blame. You can't handle
no,
it.
No. If she's already
You're
pissed,
already
she's probably
mess
angry.
thinking about getting blamed. Yeah?
Because,
I can
well,
deal
it
with
is my
rejection.
idea. It's the truth.
Oh,
But I know because when you show up, she'll be like, "Oh, Cillian," because you're the type to be a little bit of a shit.
Yeah.
I just things are bad, and I want everyone to be where I know they are.
Acrio's gone, right?
He went back to the forge.
Fuck.
I would have gone with
Really?
him, but I wanted to go with him. But then Amrita was like, "I've got to go somewhere," and I was like, "I have to wait here because I'm not going to know if she comes back." I had to wait here for her.
Okay, what about Asuriel?
She's staying with the Revitos. She's fine, I think. Oh, where is Asuriel? We need to find Asuriel.
I think so.
I haven't even been keeping track of her. Oh, what is wrong with
She'll
me?
be fine. I'm pretty sure. Whatever. She's been learning.
I'm not good at taking care of people, am I?
No, I think you are. You're just worried that you're not.
I'll take that. Let's find Asuriel.
Well, look
In the
for
middle of the
Asuriel.
fucking night. Wake up, bitch!
You approach the Revito house and the long warehouse full of the brewery, going past this low stone wall that forms the perimeter of the property.
I could send Reagan in. It'll be clean.
Perfect.
You up for it, buddy?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm mechanically casting message.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about. I know what I think he would say.
Do
Uh-oh.
it.
Do it. Fucking do it. He's
Yeah.
dead, there are no consequences.
Yeah, when you say that, he leans forward. Been a long time since I've been in a girl's bedroom, but here we go.
You deserve
I
it, buddy.
knew it.
Fucking do it.
Oh wait, Jake, can this be the night Grandpa Revito asks Asuriel for a favor?
Uh-oh.
That sounds weird, but okay.
That sounds terrible,
That
Salty.
sounds horrible.
Fantasy 3
Salty.
Salty.
Yeah.
Revito,
Salty,
what the
if I had a
fuck are you
nickel for every-
doing?
If I had a nickel for every time one of your characters got into a sexual situation with an old man NPC piloted by Jake, I'd have 2 nickels now.
Just
Isn't it a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Still weird that it's happened twice.
No, I mean just testing the fucking concoction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
testing
Well,
his concoction.
so yeah.
It's got cook in it.
Damn it.
Wow.
Damn it.
So yeah, go ahead and what would you instruct Reagan to say?
We're going on an adventure. You up?
Moment passes, you feel the presence of your great uncle, who is still weirdly younger than you in appearance, leave your vicinity and wait for a moment before he comes back, and she's not there.
Damn it! I thought this was gonna be easy. Gonna have to look for 2 people. She's not there, Lorelei.
What?
I'm sure she's just, I don't know.
I turned my back for 2 fucking minutes and
Make
everyone
another-
just explodes.
Both of you make a perception check really quick.
Poor Lorelei. You can't. She's so panicky.
Yeah, Lorelei, as you're bemoaning this situation, Cillian, you glance in the window and you catch these incredibly intense eyes staring back at you of Amrita Revito with this crossbow in hand that he's like peering out the window and just like rolls his eyes as he realizes who's outside his house.
Hi there, Mr. Revito.
Goes
You
around
don't
to the
know
front
me.
door.
We're looking for Asuriel.
Couldn't have knocked.
Didn't want to wake people up.
Well, you're angry, and I wanted to prevent that. Clearly didn't work.
This is private property. Hospitality would suggest you come up to the front door.
You're
It's-
absolutely right. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Now, could you help us?
I was asleep, so I don't know. If she's not in the house, she's probably still out in the shed.
All right. That's our next address, then, if I'm allowed. Should I knock on the door of the shed?
Probably wise.
Okay. We thank you. Sorry for disturbing your sleep. Next time, I'll just do it by knocking.
Don't let there be a next time. Closes the door.
Well, isn't he just lovely? But, you know, I'm not jealous of Acrio's childhood. So we're walking out of earshot.
Yep, there's a certain stalwartness that runs in that family.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing you only picked up, like, some of it.
Well, some people just don't end up like their parents.
My mom always told me I'm, like, exactly like my dad. Carbon copy.
Wow. Just as annoying.
He was a performer? So
Just
probably. Yeah.
Wow. I think my mum always used to say that I was a bit like my dad.
Well, to her father's, and I take the flask. I'm still drinking from. Take a swig. Oh, I light a cigarette, actually, because I'm addicted again.
Good times.
Yeah, when he lights that up, Lorelei walks markedly ahead to the shed, just to not be downwind of the smoke.
Yeah, the long timber-built brewery with the logo in chipped paint on the side. You can still barely make out just from some of the ambient torchlight from the town, reading Revito and Son Brewing Co. As you get closer, Cillian, your ears pick up the sound of like giggling.
Asuriel sounds like she's having a good time.
It's late at night. Well, at least she's okay.
You should knock. I've been told it's the best way to do things.
Well, I was going to. And Lorelei knocks very loudly.
And instantly you just hear crumply old voice, "Come on in!"
What a welcome. What a welcome. In the door. So that
Much
I
nicer
enter
than the other one.
before Lorelei.
Lorelei, you're the first to notice because Cillian's been around it so much. So you're stunned just by the aroma of like grain alcohol that just wafts out of here.
Let's take a minute. Get the last breath of clean air before I go in.
And how do you find Asuriel in this moment? Please be fully clothed.
Yes, definitely fully clothed. What the fuck? No, she's probably sitting very lopsidedly, going between giggling and crying, it seems.
Oh,
Not
wow.
really sure what's going on, but there is a spilled glass beside her. She looks like a mess. She's also barefooted and there's just dirt caked on her feet.
Meanwhile, Grandpa Revito is also sitting. He's like leaned up against one of the barrels with this rather large stein that he's glugging from.
Lorelei just turns to Cillian and mutters, "By Avacyn, she's fucking sloshed."
That's right, she is. This is my kind of party. You have some left, sir?
I've got all kinds. This is different concoctions that I've been working on.
Cillian, let's not get
What?
ahead of ourselves here.
No, it's good. It's good. I think I had your buddy Voltan was helping me out with this, so it's whatever. However you do that.
Is that so? Okay.
And he will crawl his way on the ground over to this copper still that he has in between, like in an enclave. It's not exactly a back room per se, but between racks of barrels that have been emptied out or shipped off. So he's made a space for this still, and he has these different jars, like mason jars with just like, stuff scratched into the glass.
Listen, if we're gonna find Amrita, I'm gonna need a little more to drink. So
No,
if you
no,
just
no. Just stay. Have your party. I'll go look for her.
no. No.
If we're
I won't.
looking for Amrita, you are not gonna do it drunk.
I was looking for Amrita! It's been gone so long!
Okay. Yeah, okay. I've been this drunk before. For her, it's a good time. Unlocking things.
Yeah, and far be it from me to interrupt a party. So, like I said, go ahead. I'll go look for her.
No, I want to go find her,
Party.
Lorelei. I'm worried about her too, okay?
This one here has got mint and juniper in it.
That sounds fucking
What's
gross,
that?
Grandpa. Not for me.
Actually, that was my favorite.
Of course it is. Well, Asuriel, it's good to know you're okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Then she starts sobbing, and then she gets up on very wobbly legs and just stumbles over to Lorelei, just gives her a big hug.
Oh,
miss you
gosh.
so
You
much.
absolutely reek of alcohol. How much have you drank?
You just see her counting on her fingers, and she's very much counting wrong because they just go up in random. 2.
Just gonna make sure to move some strands of hair out of Asuriel's face. Just make sure that maybe put your hair in a ponytail if you start to feel sick. You don't want to throw up into your hair.
Okay. But she's not letting go.
Lorelei isn't complaining. She just holds Asuriel there.
Meanwhile, what is going on with him, Rita?
So let's see. In that moment where this horrifying thing is before her and the wolf spirit, I presume, is still in the middle as it tries to take over her senses, she just I refused to let Jan keep me chained and have me as an experiment. I refuse to be bought by Remus, just like I refuse to be used by you. And she just stands. It's almost like the room gets bigger, the same size as the amount of the house. And she is very enraged, and stares like down at the wolf spirit. It's like, I swore with my mentor Garrick that I would work with this other part of myself. And all this time you have keeping the both of us disconnected. I should have taken his advice where one can never get anywhere in life without holding on. You faults happen no matter what. I guess in a way Lorelei was right. I need to stop blaming myself. I should have never considered your words regarding Asuriel. I should have trusted Acrio. And Cillian, I don't understand what's happening. Maybe I don't want to admit we made a decent team in Shadowgrange, or maybe it's the fact. Cillian said he considers this group a family, and it's likely the biggest lie I've ever heard. The point is, you parasite. There is no we. There is only me and the wolf. Us. Not you. And she just takes her fingers, letting blood drip down mentally, and like fire in the house rises up and begins to fall down. And I imagine it like switches over from her childhood home back to Gulst when everything is in flames. My soul, my emotions, everything, they are all mine. They are not yours. The only regret I have, will express in this moment, these people, here and now, they have been loyal. They'll never be my family, but it doesn't mean they're not important. Even at disagreements, a wolf always protects their pack, loyal to those who are loyal to them. And she starts to feel herself. The flame goes on the hands and through her eyes as the werewolf part of herself, she feels it, but I imagine in her mind she doesn't see it happening. Like she is herself and the wolf is in front of her, but the flame is on her regular hand as she like goes up to go after the eye. It's like, I will protect them even if it's from myself or a parasite who pretends to be an extension of me, and starts to claw at it with her claws in the flames, and like the edges of her new tunic burn away and like blood begins to fall.
This translucent green mana-based visage of a wolf, just massive, almost as tall as you are at its shoulders, leaps at the segmented, bony extension, almost like a spinal column, with this singular goat-like eye at the end of it, just tearing into it, the both of you. But you hear in your head, we slew beyond. We rejected the wizard. You are nothing without the bridge. You reject the wolf. We make us complete.
No, you don't. And I made a very fucking mistake in deciding that for myself.
Back in the brewery, you all hear this incredibly loud howl. It sounds distant, like it's echoing off the mountains itself.
Lorelei takes off running out of the brewery.
After her. Asuriel? Are you still fucked?
When she hears the howl,
I take some water and I throw it in her face. Oh, there's probably not water here. I take beer and I throw it in her face.
Beer,
no.
Yeah.
Just blind her again.
All right, let's go, drunk girl. You're up. We're up. We need to move. We need to go. You're with me? Okay.
It's like when you wake up someone and you just like screaming like go when they're not awake yet, but they just go.
They just do it, yeah.
This sounds like you in the military. Like that's some personal experience right there.
Yeah. Are you? Did it happen? You want to talk about it?
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
The Lorelei bolts out of the brewery shed, and where to?
First out to see if outside of the brewery gives it any more bearing on where it came from.
Not at all.
But I've seen the direction Amrita took out of Braylet. Like which?
I think it would have been the same way where they had seen Gus in the carriage before, so in that
Along that same
direction.
road?
Yeah, I think it had like more trees in that area roughly, or hiding
Sure.
and stuff. Yeah.
Then yeah, she'll go that way. Last known location, she'll go there.
As she's running, Asuriel leans over to Cillian. Like, where are we going?
For Amrita, Lorelei was worried, and at first I thought she was being Lorelei, but I think she's on to something.
Oh, okay. And she's gonna sprout her wings and fly ahead to see if she can see Amrita in the distance.
When you do that, can I have you make a con save?
Oh no!
She's just gonna like carpet bomb vomit across the whole of Braylon.
Oh my god!
Fortunately not, although
Oh, God.
there's a moment when you first feel your feet leaving the ground where you become incredibly queasy, and your vision goes double for a moment.
Oh, I didn't know what it was like to fly drunk. Did I ever fly drunk before? Cillian just hears that and she just flies up.
No, I've never flown before, Asuriel.
Okay.
But he'd probably be into it.
Just because it's a standard thing and he probably would try to do. Are there any geists around? I wanted to say proposition, but that's sort of
Going in a weird direction.
Bad time.
There would probably be. There's still lingering spirits from the attack on Braylet. There were casualties, and many of them are still confused.
Mhm.
However,
R.I.P.
yeah, both of you approach the gates, which are closed for the night, and I'm assuming Lorelei just goes and just like shoving on them herself.
Yeah, she's like hell or high water could not stop her. She's just going.
Yeah, a pair of the guards will grab onto her. Just, what the hell's going on?
Someone is out there. My friend is out there. I need to go find her.
At night, there's wolves out
Yes.
there. You don't hear that?
It's what I'm going to find.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Hey.
Look back
Desperation.
and forth. They do recognize who you are. They see Cillian coming. On your head be it. We're not
Exactly.
opening back up.
I'll just try and find her in one piece. If you see a woman in a red bandana, Amrita, you might know her. Really tall, red bandana. If you see her come back through, please tell her we've run to look for her.
Like I said, we're not opening up for anyone else coming inside.
I know, but if you see her, just tell her.
Fine. Fine.
Thank you. And
They will pull the boards off of the braces off of the gate and open it just enough for you to slip through. You going to Vistani?
We're sure we'll be fine. Thank you, sirs.
Angel's blessings on you. Close the door.
As we're sort of moving on, I say to Lorelei, "Good job. I did not think they were going to let you through."
they wasn't. I was going to find another way.
Yeah, I know. So it's a good thing you did good.
I have to find her.
Yeah.
We have to find her. I should say. I have to tell her about. Oh, I haven't even told her what I said to repel him. I haven't even told her about Lars. I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
How deeply asleep in absolute comfort is Acrio in this moment?
Snonk me.
So what time is it at night?
I mean, it's well past dark, maybe midnight, maybe 1 a.m.
Prime forging hours.
If it's like 10 p.m., then he'll be awake. But if it's like 12:01, he's fucking out in the halls of the forge, snork me-me-meing.
Honk shoe.
Yep. Got a big day of travel ahead. You know, you got to prepare.
Yeah,
you got to get a
It's like
good
this
night's
is
sleep.
last chance to get a fucking nap in before it's another month or two of hell.
It's got a spa day, light some candles.
Probably. Heated up a bath with the Eternal Forge.
Oh, forge baths must go fucking hard.
Exactly.
Ooh, I want one.
That actually is a good point that we had not quite gotten to yet, Acrio. Make a survival check.
Uh-oh.
Retroactive.
We're gonna make a fucking survival? Okay.
Is it how stinky he is? Because he hasn't had a bath?
Alright, let's see. For survival. Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Zing.
Cool. Then, yeah, you have not accessed other parts of the forge yet. So, I will need everyone
You know what?
else.
Fuck you, eat shit, inspiration.
Seriously, Tristan?
Yeah, 26!
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Well then.
Get back.
I spent my inspiration on, but I have.
Alrighty. So, as you were making your preparations for the next day and departure, getting all of the equipment loaded onto your new and improved wagon, tending the coals, making sure that the embers that you had brought from the forge itself remain lit at all times on the back of this cart, stoking them and adding a bit of fuel to them. You're heading back into some of the halls that you have not explored yet, some of the more collapsed areas of the forge, just absorbing the presence one last time before leaving again for who knows how long. What was it like for Acrio, having spent a decent amount of time forging the weapons that were meant for Silburn and then having to go out? What was that feeling like for it being gone from the forge for so long, if there was any?
When this is when he made all those swords and he had to leave.
Yeah, the first part of the campaign. What was he feeling retroactively during that time?
Probably more excitement than anything else, because it was like probably the first time he'd been back to the forge from training in Gavany. So there's probably that eager Nephalia. Oh.
Yeah, the Elgid grounds are actually in Nephalia.
Yeah, so it was like, this is the first real going out, bringing what he's made to the world, disconnected. Like, he belonged there, and now he's going out. It just felt like one thing after another. He felt more like a generic Cathar than the one who tended to the forge.
Interesting.
It was the same feeling like when he was lined up with hundreds of other Cathars. It's like, yeah, he's been given a special task, but ultimately he is still one in thousands.
Mm-hmm. And there is an anticipation of that feeling yet again, as you know you're about to be gone for considerable amount of time, most likely. You have a fraction of the forge that you're taking with you, but the holy presence itself is remaining stationary as it always has. And you wander down one corridor that you have to climb over a decent amount of rubble just to squeeze through, but it's somewhere you've never been before. It's a good ways off from the main forge area itself, branching away, so it never seemed relevant to clear this area out. There are a fair number of cobwebs and mushrooms. There's a lot of moisture in this area, a lot of fungus that has sprung up as you're moving your lantern around, and you come upon this room partially collapsed on one side, like the ceiling has fallen in, like this weird angle where it's triangular shaped room. But there is this roiling sound, this gurgling, and you find a series of what appear to be hot spring baths.
Can't believe I missed the hot spring episode. I was there for a month.
You missed the hot spring episode.
Fuck.
So Acrio knows where he's spending the rest of the night. It'll probably be one of the few times he's taken all of his armor off and all of his clothes in the past month and just soaked for until 11 o'clock at night, and then he'll go to bed all wrinkly and shit.
The hammer that you set to the side, it's got this blue, the sapphire-like crystal on the top of it. In this place, you see the blue gem almost like glowing, intensifying almost.
Can I insight that?
You can make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Oh no, I'm not very smart. No.
Yeah. You don't
All right.
exactly know what it means.
You know what? Maybe the hammer wants to take a bath with me. I'll just bring it in the spring with me. Set it down like it's a person, like the head above the water.
Put a little towel around it.
Yes,
the
me,
neck.
my boyfriend, and his giant 300-pound hammer.
That'll be something to figure out eventually.
Meanwhile, I need the other 3 in the search party to make investigation checks.
Not good at those.
Yeah, Lorelei, in your frantic search, you leave the town and cross the bridge out into this dirt road, these fields that are starting to grow up at midnight with no stars above. There's no light. I assume she would cast some on her symbol to illuminate the area in this grayish ambiance. There's no sign of Amrita, and you just have to pick a direction and just start moving and searching. Eventually you come upon a boot in a field.
Does this look like a familiar boot?
It's very tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it fucking massive?
There are claps on the back of it, like kind of how, Thaddeus unclaps his jacket when he was like the Hulk dude. It's the same thing, so they're her new boots. So there's one of them.
Yeah, this would definitely fit a very tall person. The sole of it is not incredibly massive. It's average woman-sized shoe, but it's for one that would probably go up to the knees. It's pretty long.
Picks it up and sort of looks at it, checking for like signs of blood first, just in case.
No sign of that.
Okay, this is promising and also concerning.
Yeah. Why would you take off your boot?
Where would it come off? In a struggle.
I don't think we're gonna see girl in a second. Contingency plans?
Contingency plans? Don't go in threatening.
To Wolf?
To Amrita, if we find her in her wolf form, she might be scared. She might be hurt. If we go in looking like enemies, we'll be treated as enemies.
Yeah,
She is our friend.
you're right. You made me forget my horse, by the way. You went out the gate and I have a horse. It could have been so much faster.
Oh, so I went into your brain and took that out of your memory when you could have done that yourself because you're faster than me at running and going places?
No, it's your fault.
Fine.
Asuriel gliding through the midnight skies above this town. All of the little firelights starting to go out at this hour in Braylet, just becoming darker. Moving away from that, you spot a couple very close pinpoints of light. This fire could be torches nearby.
She'll approach, take a peek.
They are in motion, by the way, moving rather quickly.
Quicker than she can fly, or
No.
she'll go take a peek. She's got a fairly large range of sight, even in the dark.
Swooping down, you start to make out the form from this glowing fire. These torches almost like on Amrita's hands, just illuminating her as you see completely clothless at this point. She's just like when you first catch her, she's human, but then you see all this like fur come over her body and she like increases in size as you see her inflamed claws just like reach up to her own face and just like this snarling sound as she's like tearing, and then her body contracts back down and it's like this weird semi-werewolf shape that keeps like going back and forth but never staying as one.
So that's what it was like for Arthur to find me the first time. Should go get the others or just land? How far away would she be from the others?
I don't know that you've kept track of where the others are. You'd have to look for them.
Yeah, probably not, because she just flew over the wall while they got blocked there. Now she'll land, but she's still not great at it, and still a little drunk, so she's gonna do a fucking roll forward and just land on her fucking stomach. Rita! Hi. You don't look good.
I think by this point, like, would be normal self Do I need to roll for something? I forgot about this, but
Technically last time, but I would say go ahead and roll a sanity check to see how sane you appear in this moment. So as you see this figure stand, that partial change ceases for the moment as you regain your human form. Still, Asura, you can see her hunched forward, blood and fire on her arms, just completely draining down her face. She's completely red, streaked and smeared, and there's like continuing to bleed from her head. And Rita, you are able to gain control for a moment. And how does she react to being addressed?
she will quickly look around and try to find her clothes. Does she see anything or some kind of form of cover?
I don't even think you absolutely know where you are.
Does it look like
In
there's
your
any giant
in your
leaves?
eyes, it's like you see your surroundings and you see this figure, but in your mental picture of everything, it's almost like you're indoors. It's almost like things are different. You're in this like stone palace.
I think she's going to sort of remain where she's at, and just like probably a moment of slumping to the ground, but like lifts up her head somewhat and stares closely at this figure. Lady Flint, I didn't think you used the library in quite some time, or so I was told.
What? I don't have Flint. We're a lady. You need this, and she's gonna take off her cloak and hand it over. Please don't burn it.
Amrita will take it. The flames probably, but they feel like she almost doesn't know that they're like disappeared yet, but I don't think she would really see the blood either. And it's just like, I guess this blanket of yours will have to do. I've never seen you carry anything or a cloak like that before.
What are you talking about? I was carrying Acrio's cloak the first time we met.
But as you're sitting in this library chair, Amrita, take this blanket, kind of drape it over your legs, just like for a bit of warmth for reading.
Is that someone I'm supposed to know? Or one of your servants? I only know of Constantine. I don't think I've met a servant named Acrio.
Oh, that's not good. Do you remember Lorelei?
I'd assume she's asleep. Or many of the others locked away. Lady Flint, you are inquiring such many oddities I do not understand or comprehend. And weren't we just... She feels like her head ache. It's like, weren't we just out in your courtyard? And we're on the roof, talking. How did we get into the library?
Are you feeling okay? You are, you look like you have, you look like you've gone through a rose bush.
Can't tell if this is another of your weird vampire games any of you do. Are you even...
Vampire?
What are aches?
Would
Called 3 different things by now.
Would Lorelei and or Cillian be, shouting for Amrita, trying to find her and call her to themselves, or are they going to be quiet as they search?
I think she would have started quiet, but I think after finding the boot, she would have started calling for Amrita.
Then with your passive perception, Asuriel, you start to hear Lorelei's voice calling in the distance.
Oh, hey, Lorelei's coming over. She'll probably know what to do.
Why? She wasn't even a part of our conversation or privy to it. This makes no sense.
None of this does. She's gonna look over Amrita's, check what could be a source of pain, what could do this.
So, yeah, as you're looking at her, the most obvious thing you find, this not glowing exactly, but it almost appears to glow yellow goat-like eye in the middle of her forehead, and she's just got like these scratches and claw marks and deep gashes all the way around it, and that just seems to still be bleeding down her, dripping down her chin.
So the eye's still there, right?
Mm-hmm. And it is staring directly at you.
She's staring right back at it. Then she looks at Amrita again. It's like, how's your head feeling?
Yeah.
Asuriel's gonna cast Gleam on herself. It makes her glow like with just a flash. So hopefully
You've turned yourself
Lorelei-
into a flare.
Yeah, it's like that's not good. Lorelei, get over here without me screaming.
Gleam Morse code.
What are your guys' passive perceptions?
11, I think.
14.
Then yeah, I would say with a 14, Cillian, you don't realize it. What you just stumbled upon in this barley field amongst these sprouts, the deep crimson, almost maroon tunic that Amrita had purchased in Shadowgrange and seemed rather proud of. Now it's like, it's not torn exactly, but you see a bit of a singe mark on some of the sleeves.
Found something else?
What is it?
These are clothes. Saw them together.
What direction
And
do I see
Amrita,
the...
yeah, that's when you just, yeah, that's the moment where you catch this flash, this very quick gleam of what appears to be a white or silver light.
Without a word, she just grabs Cillian by the forearm and starts dragging him after her.
Okay, communicate. What's happening?
Actions first, words come later.
Insufferable.
And I just go.
Yeah, I'll say you're pretty focused on it. I mean, it disappeared quickly, but with the light shining off of your holy symbol with this crescent moon emblem and the symbol of Avacyn, the edges of that light, you start to see this white hair of Asuriel. She's not wearing her cloak in this moment, which is a little odd, but move around her enough to see, at this point, completely changed black fur werewolf sitting cross-legged in the field with Asuriel's cloak over her knees.
Lets go of Cillian and starts to walk a little bit closer.
You found her? She seems alright.
And
That's
as you
good.
say that, you realize that first you see it in the teeth, just blood dripping off of her jaws. But then, Cillian, you notice it's not just that. All the fur on her face is matted in blood.
She is... Never mind. Then Cillian quickens his pace unwittingly. Asuriel, you found her.
Hi.
Amrita.
Go to her. She seems to know you right now.
Amrita?
Hey.
He looks over and stares and looks back and forth between these other two people. I thought you and Repellum had gone to sleep.
Zerla leans over. She's been calling me Lady Flint, and talking about vampires.
Okay.
Also, her face is all messed up, and I think it's something to do with the eye.
She's not fully cognizant of her surroundings right now.
I don't think we should stay in this library any longer. It's a bit cold in here.
That it is? Want to go somewhere else?
Why are you talking differently?
How should he be talking?
I'm surprised. You didn't start the sentence with Miss Mablethorne.
No, we're friends.
She thinks we're someone else right now, Cillian.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I'm supposed to imitate someone else then?
No, just quietly. We might scare her. Trust me, I've dealt with things that aren't always there. I know how this feels. Amrita, have you read anything interesting in this library?
Library. Repellum came to this library at least 2 different times.
I know. I was wondering if you were reading anything now. It's late. I don't think you should be up so late reading, Amrita.
Can I have you make a sanity check real quick, Amrita?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You look down at the desk where you've been reading, and you find the small little book that Repellum had been researching. Turning over the cover, it says Blood at Midnight, a catalog of Hellspawn. And the rest of you see her like hands moving for no apparent reason. Claws at this point.
You know that the vampires keep everything locked during the day. It's still night. It's not yet morning.
It will be soon. Come on, Amrita. It's really late. And she'll start to walk a little closer.
Does Amrita see anything that, or like sense anything off in this library by this point?
Not with the checks you've made, no. Everything starts to settle down a bit, and the rest of you can see that she's slowly... The transformation is usually very rapid, but this is like a strange transition. How does it look, would you say, when she goes from the werewolf to the human form again?
She's probably still staring down, but there's probably like a moment, whether or not she realizes that like her eyes like close, like, and similar to her regular meditative states and everything, but this cloak still sort of wrapped around her. It's like she holds it closer, still feeling like that same cold breeze in this library with the familiar crack in the window, half moon window, and just like keeps it up near her and everything. The fur just goes back in and everything like else, but like the forehead is completely like really torn apart with the skin. It's easier to see now with her normal skin.
As she's slowly transforming, I want to... Amrita taught me a tune while we were away together. And I want to, keeping Lorelei's words in mind, I don't want to sing it. I just want to softly whistle it so that she's near it, but not really intent on listening to it, I guess.
And Amrita also taught Lorelei a tune that she said would help calm her down. Would this be the same one that she taught to Cillian? Like,
No.
would Lorelei recognize this tune? Okay, it's different.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Lorelei's gonna like go a little lower to the ground, like sort of a half stoop, and look up, because obviously Lorelei like kneeling down should definitely be shorter than Amrita, even if she's sitting. Amrita, look at me. Look at me.
And Rita's eyes haven't quite opened. However, the eye in the middle of her forehead watches you get down low.
She does not acknowledge the eye. She's not looking at it. She's looking at Amrita's eyes.
Yeah, they open.
Do you trust me?
Just heard some sounds just now. I shouldn't be in this place either.
You shouldn't be in this place, Amrita, because you're not there. Somewhere else. You're with us right now. And I know that might seem hard to believe.
Maybe even a little scary.
That is not where we are, then. Enlighten me.
We are some distance outside of Braylet. You're like you, me, Asuriel, Cillian, Acrio, Zach, many others. We fought Riverax there. And then you came out here to have some time to yourself. But I was worried about you, and that's why I've come to find you. Does that make sense?
Lady Flint brought up some name, Acrio, all those other names, Asuriel, oh, who the hell are you even talking about? I don't know any of those names.
Yes, you do, Amrita. You know them. I know you know them.
What if she forgot?
And let's try seeing how much she does remember. Amrita, what about Lars?
Lars? He's not feeling well. I assume he is in one of the rooms. Still, he wasn't feeling well, remember? That's why he went to go also rest. You should know that yourself.
The vision in your head, Amrita, of Lars not feeling well is him laid out on a slab, just pale and motionless.
Is the library is completely gone now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she like jumps back at that moment. It's like,
Mate.
he's dead. He's not alive anymore. You see his corpse. It's right there. It's right on that.
Yeah.
What?
Amrita.
What happens when I look at Lorelei?
Depends. How do you look at her?
Is there blood? I'm very
Probably.
scared. Oh god. Oh god. And that's probably what she sees, and she's even more like visibly like a look of horror for the first time on like this character's face, like not knowing like anything. Why do you have so much blood on your face? Why is it down your neck? Why is it cascading?
Amrita. Just take a second. Breathe. What you're seeing isn't real right now.
Why do I smell it?
Because there's blood on you. You're smelling your own. It's not mine. I'm okay. I'm not hurt.
Asuriel's gonna shuffle a little closer because she just got beer thrown on her, so she knows she fucking stinks.
Little incense, Asuriel.
Smelling salts.
The hanger from the rearview mirror.
The manor, but we're not in the manor. Lars. Repel him. Ugh.
I do need to talk for the message, right? That's what we determined.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, it's a silent whisper, but...
Mm-hmm. Then I'll just say it. Fuck this thing. Lorelei, that the thing you were going to do to me, maybe disconnect something. Do you think you could get rid of that thing?
So, Jake, that's the $1 million question. Would I have gotten my 3rd level spell slots back after sending in the woods by the forge? Would they have come back by now or not?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. I mean, I could, but I don't know if it'll hurt her or not.
It's clearly doing something to her.
How much more hurt can she get? Look at her.
Keep an eye on her, okay?
And I look at that third eye right, and I say, we're coming for you, mate. Unless you want to come out yourself.
And Lorelei's going to step closer to Amrita and just say, Amrita, can I see your hands for a second? She holds out her hands.
There's hesitation, but I think Amrita puts out one hand to see what will happen, to see if this moment still feels like she could touch something. And what she does, it feels a little grounded, but it still feels not right at all.
And Lorelei reaches out with both of her hands cupped together like you're drinking water from them, and she just takes Amrita's hands into hers. And as they touch, there's it's not really a warmth, but like that sort of cooling feeling when you put like a burn under cold water. That's what I think it feels like as she casts Remove Curse.
What are all the components for that?
It is excuse me. Verbal and somatic.
Okay. So yeah, doing this prayer that you've rehearsed but never really been able to utilize, and going through the motions, all of you see, as she's going to complete lists, the goat-like eye with its almost like flaming appearance around the pupil. It like jerks to the side, and then the other, it like can't look at you. It's moving in every direction. Amrita almost like starts to convulse. You see like tendrils, what look like veins almost, start to pull out of her forehead where she's cut it up, and squirm before latching back in, and Amrita slumps to the side.
Oh no.
God.
Didn't work? It didn't work? Amrita?
She's still
Where do we go?
breathing. She still seems to be bleeding, but she is not conscious.
Might have to do this in a more drastic way then.
Well, how do we get it out?
I mean, Amrita's already started. We might as well try and finish her job for her. I mean, you've got a lot of sharp stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, like I picked up some embalming tools at some point. I'm sure there's something that could scoop out something.
Little melon baller.
Yeah,
A spoon.
I hand that to Lorelei, and I myself go sit on my knees behind her and put her head on my lap.
And
Still have that flask of alcohol, Cillian?
Mm-hmm. Stop drinking it.
No, pour it over the tools.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't. Hopefully, I don't know how clean they are, so we want this to be
Okay.
as
Okay.
good as possible.
This is gonna be fine.
Close your eyes. Close
Do
your
so.
eyes.
Asuriel is also standing by to maybe try and grab it if it comes out.
As Lorelei's
Or
looking
destroy
down,
it.
she sort of glances up at Asuriel. If things start to look bad, Asuriel, do you know the way to the forge from here?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. Will you be able to go? If this gets
Uh-huh.
bad, go and get Acrio. Please.
Okay, but I won't leave unless I have to.
I trust you'll know when.
She gives Lorelei a hug, and then also Cillian.
Alright. Lorelei,
Right.
time to finally practice on someone else what you've been doing on yourself for the past decade.
What?
I start to
Lobotomizing.
Cutting.
I start to sing the song.
And I will try to.
Blue-eyed girl.
I will try and follow where I saw the tendrils come out of her forehead, trying to see if they're like, if that's where they still are under the skin, and that's where I'll start in trying to extract this thing.
So you're going to do the main surgery, Lorelei? They can have you make a medicine check.
Can I cast some guidance on her?
Sure.
Slap some guidance during that hug.
Shibbity-bop-bip-bop-bip-bidoo-bop. Oh fuck. Actually, I have inspiration. I want to do this right. I will reroll that. I want to do this properly. Oh, there we go.
Or them shits and giggles. 24!
Do I have anything?
No.
Oh shit.
Roll
We-
performance, Cillian.
Yes, thank you.
Please crit. Wrong kind.
Ooh.
My voice gets caught in my throat, and it halts.
What you find, Lorelei, is this thing has bored itself completely into Amrita's skull. As you're going to cut, there's like bone that is missing. You cut several of these like barbed tendrils, but more of them just start to sprout out slowly and just work their way under her skin as you're attempting to carve this eye out of her. You get an angle where you think you can get enough of a blade just under her, between it and her skull, and start to pry it up. Have you guys ever seen an octopus beak?
Yep.
On the underside of
God.
it, that's what you start to see, just holding on to flesh underneath her. You rolled high enough not to destroy her frontal cortex,
Ah!
but not quite high enough to remove this without causing serious damage.
I think I would do more
Stop!
damage.
It's not gonna work. Please stop.
Oh.
It's gonna die.
Asuriel and I are here. We're not gonna let anything bad happen to her.
She'll be fine. Keep going. This thing, clearly she wants it out.
Cillian, do you trust us?
Fucking no!
Then you go and get Acrio.
And leave her.
With us. I'm gonna do this, Cillian. I have seen what this has done to her. I can't let it stay.
I agree, but you're in her brain.
So is this. Cillian, I need your
I-
help.
Okay.
You're quick? You're good with your hands? You're good at sewing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and cast that spell again. And as soon as you see that move, I need you to pull it out. Are you prepared to do that?
Yes. I think I've got something that might be able to help as well.
Okay. She just puts one hand on his shoulder. Are you okay?
Fucking don't care about me right now.
Because if your hands are shaking, this is going to be difficult.
I'm shaking, but my hands never are.
Good. I need you to be present, and I need you to be focused. Can you do that for me?
Look over at Reagan for a second. My oldest friend for a time, my only friend, just to get a little peace of mind. And I take a deep breath, and I'm there.
Let's do this. Let's set her free. And I will go through the motions of recasting Remove Curse a second time.
I will have Cillian make a medicine check with advantage, and I'm going to have you use your dexterity for this.
Okay.
What is Asuriel doing?
Still standing ready to destroy that thing mostly, but she is also casting another guidance on Cillian.
Oh, okay. I was going to do something else, but that doesn't mechanically work. So, okay. This will be +3.
Everyone, Spirit Bomb energy. Spirit Bomb energy.
Drum roll.
Yes! High! It didn't get as high, but that's still a crit.
But it's +3 with his dex, so that's a 24.
Yeah.
It is!
+3.
27.
As you are going through the prayer once again to remove curse, what is going on in Amrita's head right now?
A demon.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, yeah, but how so specifically?
I would imagine she's back in Kessig with her parents. There's a fire, like a little place. Her dad is the one that is playing his own flute, while her mom is the one that's sort of singing, and they take her, like, they're almost sort of camping in the summer night, but Amrita's starting to fall asleep.
And as you find yourself drifting off, you see between the trees this wolf spirit just prowling the perimeter. And when you've seen it in the past, it's almost like you felt it was trying to get in, trying to attack you. Now it's more like it's guarding the edges.
She'll open her eyes, and her parents are probably gone. But she sits up and stares at the wolf, hoping it looks back at her when she says to it, it's like, I'm sorry for ever doubting you. I will try not to let that happen again. If I didn't let that other thing interfere, we wouldn't have had this problem. You've just always tried to keep me safe, haven't you? In your own way.
The spirit turns to you before angling its head up at the moon shining down on you between the trees of Kessig, and it just lets out a howl. At the exact same moment, Cillian finds this beak-like thing twist and jerk underneath the blade, and just as pincers start to open enough, you jam a blade between them, just praying that it didn't catch any of the necessary flesh inside Amrita. But with it unable to make purchase, you pry against what you know is her skull, and there's blood pouring down your hands. But these tendrils come off of this thing, start to wriggle and whip in every direction as you pry it out of her skull entirely.
You motherfucker! Get out, and I hold it in my hand, and I
Careful,
squeeze.
Cillian. Careful, Cillian.
And clasp my fingers.
You will take 4 points of bludgeoning, piercing type of damage as the little beak-like thing bites into your hand, and is just as you're squeezing, it's also tearing into your skin, but it can't really make a purchase here.
You must have a jar or something, Lorelei. Something to keep
I mean,
things-
I have a jar with leeches, but I'm not putting it in with the leeches.
I can't take out the leeches.
Fuck it. I get my jar, I take out my leeches, stick them onto my own arm, and put the thing in the jar. Desperate times, I don't know.
Replacing one parasite for another.
We'll figure it out.
Destroy it.
And then maybe slap some cure wounds on Amrita, because
Yeah, she's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we both should. I feel
Yeah,
like she's probably quite definitely injured after this. I feel like a cure wounds from both of us would be pretty good.
it seems like a good idea.
11.
Eight.
Can I get a hoya?
Yeah. You can see the blood cease. The skin kind of starts to repair itself. Cure wounds can't really mend bone. You're not exactly sure what to do with the gaping hole in her forehead other than just cover it up, bandage it the best you can for now. Amrita's still alive but unconscious. So, and you guys have a demon, possibly question mark, eyeball in a jar.
Gonna put Amrita's clothes back on her.
I mean, you found her tunic and a boot.
Yeah, that's put a tunic on her. It's something.
Just send Cillian away to go find the other shit.
Yes. Go, leave the lady some privacy. But yeah, then just gonna look at the jar, look at her leeches, be like, sorry, I've evicted you for a minute.
I think I might have an idea. How to kill it, at least. Although I'll probably reform again somewhere else.
Well, a lot of devils do, don't they? So, if this is what it is. What's your idea?
The moon. The light that it may shine from it.
Yeah, that could probably do it. I guess it can't really go anywhere.
I'd venture a guess that it can.
I mean, in the jar.
It's a jar. That's a demon. Or something. I'm stressed out. I'm gonna go look for her clothes.
Yeah, just throw his alcohol flask back to him. Take a minute, yeah?
Why, thank you. Wish I'd taken some of that gross-ass mint stuff.
No, you don't.
It's really quite good.
Now go look for clothes.
She's not a reputable Yelp reviewer.
She says after watching Asuriel fucking chomp down knowingly on magic cheese.
We don't trust your taste. Go, we don't trust it.
Depending on how long Cillian wants to take, you'll be able to find everything after a while. What are the rest of you all? Are you going to try to cast Moonbeam on it?
If Lorelei says yes.
Yeah. She'll just like put the lid on the jar, like turn the jar on its side so that the light can pierce through the side and just like put it on the ground.
Then she'll just put it on the ground and Asuriel will cast Moonbeam on it.
Mm-hmm. The clouds will part just ever so slightly and stingy enough for the light of the moon to shine down in almost this like pinpoint precision. The thing, this eye, yeah, squirms, racking itself on the sides of the jar. The jar like rolls back and forth, and it will be able to crack the glass.
Concern. That's my children's house you're destroying.
Maybe try and go make sure that the jar stays together.
I mean, I can't mend a jar. But if I hold it, it's just gonna shatter in my hands.
Okay.
I have a very odd theory.
Repeatedly cast Mind Sliver on it.
Oh my god.
Look, it does. There's no direct thing that needs to go into it, so it won't shatter the glass, and Mind Sliver will at least make its saving throws shitty.
But does it have a mind is the question.
It definitely has a mind. What are you talking about?
Right in there.
You've been witness to it for the past like 38 sessions.
Yeah, but
Of course
it
it has a
using
mind.
mine. On its own. But yes, at the same time. That's very weird.
Make an Arcana check, Asuriel.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'll have you describe how this all goes down.
When she starts seeing that it's trying to get out, she starts panicking at first, but you see this hard resolve in her eyes all of a sudden. She just keeps repeating these angelic words for the spell Mind Sliver over and over again, watching it squirm and desperately try to get out of that jar, but she just keeps going. She will not let it be free. She will be of some use to Cithabella, at least, in trying to get rid of this demon.
And seeing her do this, could I try and help by casting a hinder on it? I know it probably won't do much because it can't really move, but I just want to like use hinder to try and like assist by trying to hold it in place and stop it from trying to wriggle out of this jar, just to slow it down a bit.
Cillian, can I have you make a perception check?
You just see the two angelic girls just going, nightmare, 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 nightmare.
With an 11. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a bit of movement as you're scanning the fields here. And what looks to be almost like Lorelei's shadow steps out from behind her, but then it's gone. And Lorelei, you see like the way you have before, these little shadowy, almost like hands reaching up and grabbing this thing in the light of the moonbeam, just as the clouds are starting to cover the light once again and the spell is ending and this thing is squirming. Asuriel focusing in on it, trying to disrupt whatever thought patterns a demon might possess. It shatters out of the glass, but in the moonlight you see it then start to shrivel and black smoke-like essence trails off of it. It doesn't rise, but like billows out on the ground until it dissipates.
Oh, I think we did it.
You did it.
You put it in the jar and you got it out of Amrita.
You destroyed it. You did a good
Happy
job.
it's coming.
Found another boot!
Nice.
Group effort.
We should probably consecrate this area after.
Probably. Here, could you hold these? And she's gonna like try and she's just gonna pull the leeches off of her arm and just hand them to Asuriel. It's like they've fed. Don't worry, they won't bite you. They're very friendly. This one's Weepy. This one's Willow. You can tell it's Willow because it's got like a little bit of a leaf marking right there. Just hold on to them. And Lorelei's gonna go around and like painstakingly, by digging her foot into the soil, she's gonna start like crop circling an angelic seal into the ground.
Sure.
And it's going to be the angelic seal for judgment. She feels that is the one that is most useful here.
Mm-hmm. Once that is done and Cillian has collected up every bit of Amrita's items that he can find strewn about, it's a lengthy trail and it zigzags and doesn't really make any sense, so it takes him a while, but...
Oh. Okay, I think I got everything.
Yeah. Got, a tunic on her and everything. She must be freezing.
Yes. Let's get these on.
Why did the tallest person have to be unconscious right now?
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Are we gonna try, or are we just gonna sleep?
Out in the fucking open, Cillian? How drunk are you?
What? They're not gonna let us back into the city.
Then we'll just go and sit outside until it's light.
Fine.
Or we try for the forge.
Is Amrita still wolf-looking?
No, she's had changed back to fully human. Yeah.
Maybe we should let her wake up somewhere away from other people, just in case.
Do I have an idea of how long it would take us to get to the forge from this point?
A while.
A while.
It's almost like it's like a half day's travel when you're not lugging a human being.
Yeah.
I can go back inside the city without the guards noticing and get the horses.
But then they wouldn't let you out.
Oh, can't make the horses fly too.
I wouldn't recommend it. I'd probably strangle them.
Yeah, we
Haunt's privileges revoked.
Don't have a great track record with flying horses.
Oh.
What?
Too soon. B.
She looked super entertained by the leeches up until now, but you get this instantly sad face.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Sorry, here, I'll take the leeches back. I'll take them back. I'm gonna have to get a new jar for you guys.
Ah, gross! Keep them away from me.
She keeps them like, covered in her hands. Like, don't be rude to them. They're very helpful.
It's not like I can hear.
I think they can actually. I think they have some kind of perception of that kind.
They listen.
Can I make a nature check to see if they can?
I think it's more like
I don't know if leeches can hear things, so I couldn't tell you the answer.
I think it's almost like it's more like a tremor sense than hearing, but they have like some kind of detection. Me
I think
googling
you're
leech
right.
senses.
I don't know. I've only ever had 2 leeches on the back of my calf twice, and that was fucking enough, okay?
Yeah, they have
I didn't think-
sensory organs on the head and body enable them to detect changes in light, temperature, and vibration. And sound is vibration, so it's like how snakes hear. It's very muffled. Anyway,
Yeah,
biology lesson over.
not the
Yes.
lyrics. So
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
really hearing. Anywhomst, what are you guys doing?
I say we just try and head back. They're probably not going to let us in, but at least we'll be closer to town.
Sure.
What, you got
Both
another
are
idea?
strong.
It's just gonna. She is so tall.
I'll help.
You know what? When she wakes up, I'm going to tell her that when she was at her worst point, injured and unconscious, you were bitching because she's tall.
It's just heavy.
I'll carry her myself then. If you want to be such a
No.
little shit about it.
No, I'll help.
Okay, fine.
I'll help.
Got away maybe, but don't make too much noise and I'll wake up the whole town.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. We don't need to make a ruckus.
Right, let's
Grab her
go.
legs. I'm just going to try and carry Amrita.
Acrio, as you sit on the front of the cart, lash the horses forward, rattling over this path. It's not even really a road, following the stream down from the mountains toward Braylet. The morning seems brighter than normal. Still cloudy, but getting close to the height of the harvest moon. Things are warmer. There are bees buzzing in the flowers around you. How does this cart look?
So it's like a giant bulbous block of stone with chips and cracks all over it, just sitting on like a half steel, half wood cart, looking like it's built to be carried or pulled along by something much bigger than the 6 horses that are pulling it.
I think it was 4, but yeah.
4 horses?
4 draft horses, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And rather than the symbol of Avacyn carved into it, it's the 3 swords, I believe, are kind of engraved and glowing. And all along the way, it's just a billow of smoke that he tries to keep as cool burning as possible to not give away where he is at every single second of every single day for the rest of time. But there is still that stream of smoke that follows behind the cart.
As you find the main road and steer your horses that way, ready to collect everyone as you approach the walls of Braylet, just as sunlight is coming up, you spot an array of bodies strewn out on the bridge and just on the outside of Braylet's walls, and you can instantly recognize the look of Lorelei covered up in her little blue cloak, curled up next to Amrita, who's not wearing armor but has her tunic, Asuriel off to one side, draped with her white cloak, which is blood-stained at this point, and the Vistani, Cillian, you think his name was,
Cillian.
is also present.
Kyle?
Yes, Kyle
Carter.
Vistani is there.
Carter
Vistani.
Vistani.
They all seem unconscious, and you don't know why they're out at this hour.
How early is it in the morning?
It is just as dawn has come up. 6:30 a.m. ish.
Acrio just looks at them as he pulls the carriage comes up, and he does the hya to make them stop, or the whoa.
Try to make him go faster and run us over.
Yeah, preferably, but this isn't the campaign for it. Hopping down from the carriage, he approaches. Who looks the worst? I'm guessing
Probably Amrita. Yeah. Although Lorelei, I mean, she's always got like little rings at her eyes. Like, this is pretty intense, though. Even though she's sleeping now, it's like she looks haggard.
Spent.
Got it.
And she's like right next to Amrita also.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I leave my life up to chance.
Really?
Do you not know who I am? Crouch beside Lorelei, but looking over at Amrita, rest a hand on her shoulder and violently shake. No.
He's like, gentle hand.
Yeah.
Die of whiplash immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that lovely picture. Can I be there?
You
I
are
wonder
there.
Where the fields are.
Mhm.
He's waking me up, right? Not
Yes,
Amrita?
you.
Okay. Because you said you were looking at Amrita, and I was like, which one is he? Okay. Are we alive? Hello?
You are. Why are you sleeping out in the streets?
Amrita went out. I got worried. I went to go find her. Took the eye out. Put it in a jar. Asuriel blew it up. They said they wouldn't let anyone back in. Hi.
What's your night?
She's like no like recognition of how absolutely batshit that sounds.
Okay. I'm gonna go wake everyone else up. And then we can talk about this later.
Okay. I can help wake people up. I'm awake. I'm up.
You do your own waking up.
I'm totally awake. Like one eye fully closed.
Yeah. Just like tap her on the top of the head.
Pull
as
the
I
cloak
stand
further
up.
over her head and immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just go pick Cillian and Asuriel awake.
No, five more minutes.
Asuriel shoots up, and is there a gutter?
Oh no, she's hungover.
I mean, you're right on the near the bridge with the stream where the river goes around the town of Braylet, so there's a river right there.
She's just going around like this, and then she just goes to a bush and just pearls.
Asuriel can't hold her liquor.
And then she just
I'm
sits there
sorry. Did you all go and save Amrita, or did you go to a bar and drink until...
Both of those.
Yes.
Technically.
Rita,
Cillian got really drunk. Asuriel got drunk with your grandpa. I was perfectly sober. I'm just really tired. And then we went to go get Amrita.
I don't want to do this again. It's just rocking back and forth.
Oh,
I'm
you know what,
sorry. Is this some kind of funny joke? I don't think I'm getting the punchline here.
There's not a joke. It's
No,
just what happened.
A lot of shit happened, Acrio.
We dealt with it though. We dealt with it. Okay.
Just wake up and I'll be waiting in town. Fucking clean yourselves up. Anyway, I'll hop back on the carriage and head into town.
Unnecessary, dude. What the fuck? Is Amrita okay?
Is she? Did she pass away in the night?
Roll percentile. No.
Oh god!
Blood loss took her. It's a sad day for everybody.
Roll
But no.
D100 if it's more than her max health, then.
Fuck. That's very high chance.
Yeah. Amrita, the first voice you hear is Cillian's, asking if you're okay. And then the searing pain sets in as your entire head feels like it's on fire, and not in the way that you're used to.
Hey, where do you think you are?
She like opens one of her eyes and like eyes so bright out. It's Braylett. It smells like Braylett.
Hey, Amrita. Glad you're back.
Just
You're
walked out.
okay.
Don't touch your forehead. Don't get it away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, not
hand down,
there.
hand down.
That's
hand
not.
down.
It's whole, open hole.
Put hand down.
I mean, just she tries to recall the moment, and what does she remember up to this point?
It's up to you.
Solid. Saw the spirits. Those green. And it jumped in front of me, and where? The eye. Where? Oh, did I get it out? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
The bush is
Those
over
girl.
there.
I think she tries to stand, but it's definitely a bit of a struggle.
Let me help you, please.
I don't need. Ugh. But she,
Yeah, you're really convincing me right now.
What time? What time is it?
It's like morning.
Pretty early, I think.
I can go get Petunia and we can go to the tavern and you can, I don't know, be comfortable.
I don't want to sit in a tavern, Asuriel.
I already smell like one.
What? Is that what that... Probably, like, smells Cillian because he's the closest. It's like... Ugh.
It's normally a lot better. I'm sorry.
We didn't exactly have time to put on a finery before coming to find you.
You really scared us, Amrita.
Easy, it's not her fault.
It's not what I mean. She knows that.
But your creepy eye is gone. So that's good.
Feel that. I keep... That's too many words. Too many words. Too many words. I'll just sit on this bridge a minute. Asuriel, yeah. I think I wanted to speak with you in private, if the other two wouldn't mind.
Sure,
I wanted
turn
to
me
ask
away
you a
again.
question too. But maybe I should wait for a time where you're feeling better for it.
No. I prefer if it happened now. I've felt much worse pain than this.
Well, would you look at that? Cillian, we have to go find Acrio and leave these two to have their conversation that they want to have.
Yes, my best friend Acrio.
Shut it. And
He's
we'll
like,
leave them
shut
to...
up, Kyle.
Shut up, Kyle. Yeah, we'll leave those two to have their chat and go find Acrio.
As we're walking past the guards, I just do a head shake.
Israel was called after. He's like, "Tell him I'm sorry."
All right. Don't tell the others they've walked away. Amrita's gonna turn around, like, also throw up.
Israel's gonna like lead her to the bush.
Is it true what Lorelei said? Given the time, I feel like none of you appeared in the morning unless I am mistaken.
What are you saying?
You know what? It doesn't matter right now. What matters is we'll catch up to all that stuff in a minute. I owe you and I would like to express an apology. The only reason why I ever made an assumption of what you may be in the first place was because of that. She reaches up again to the part of her head, but doesn't touch it where they have wrapped it. Started talking to me a while back. The rest of the details are fuzzy. Then I had to get it out one way or another. I think it would have done things if I didn't.
It's alright. It's not like you asked to be stuck with it. It's gone now anyway. I'm glad you're alright. Well, better at least, because it gestures towards blood.
So much for this new tunic. I guess I'll have to finish washing some of my skin off. I need to get out of Braylet, but I'm not gonna go anywhere. I just need a moment to sit, but I wanted to say that. But I apologize. Sincerely. I was thinking what I thought was the logical manner, but I still didn't really comprehend what had been stuck to me for a long time. For a while I thought it would help me, but I'm starting to wonder now if it might have been one of the things that influenced my separation from the wolf, and probably how Lorelei died in the first place. That's all in the past, granted, but it just made me think. Maybe it could have been different if that was not still stuck there. If you understand my drift.
Maybe. It could have still happened without it, but it's possible to know. But it's gone now. No one's hurt. Everything's okay.
Risky move. For all of you even venturing out what I presume was later. I don't know, things are fuzzy. All I remember is just telling it off. Nothing else.
It was kind of late at night, but why wouldn't we come for you? Well, I was so worried about you. And so was Cillian. He was kind of being a butt.
I was about to say, I doubt he would be that much concerned for me.
But you're fine. And she gives Amrita a hug.
Okay. 5 seconds, but you're squeezing this torso a little. You might want to get off so I can...
Sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna, just kind of throw up off to the side again.
Just taking Lorelei's advice, holding her hair back.
Alright, I'll go. I need a moment for myself. I'm not gonna go anywhere, or you could stay there if you want, but I'll be there in 2 minutes, but I'm probably just gonna go to the stables.
Okay, I'll be quiet, but I'll be close.
Yeah, just a little quiet, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
As Lorelei and I are walking. Okay. So, I kind of freaked out. Please don't remember it.
Well, people freak out when they're stressed.
We kissed.
When?
Like a month ago.
Like a month ago?
Yeah. I was clearly rejected by the way she acted after, so, doesn't matter. But you did it in front of everyone and just thought you should. She could have died, and I...
Right. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
She doesn't seem to want to be around me ever. And...
She also doesn't ever want to seem to be around me, either. So... I wouldn't take that as an indicator of how she feels about you.
Fine. She's still Amrita, right?
Why wouldn't she be?
I think I know where she's gonna go. I'm gonna wait for her there. You go find Acrio, okay? He doesn't seem in that amazing of a mood.
Yep. A little worried about that. You did good out there.
You too. You too.
I'm sorry I was so sharp with you. But
No, I fucking need that. You know that.
yeah, it's just, it needed to be done. And we had to do it. I didn't enjoy hurting her like that.
Go find Acrio.
Go find Amrita. Give him a pat on the arm, and I will go and find Grump Cathar Magoo.
What is Acrio up to this morning?
Just getting breakfast, enjoying some OJ in the old tavern, maybe a cup of coffee though that exists.
Mm-hmm. Coffee's easier to come by than orange juice, in fact,
Perfect.
because you have
Coffee
to
it
import
is.
that from fucking Kessig.
Does it get tropical in like southern Kessig?
You can get some tropical fruits to grow.
Okay.
Yeah, not a ton, but yeah.
Werewolves, am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Piss on all the oranges. It's a nightmare.
All these werewolves stealing my mangoes.
These lemon stealing hordes.
These fucking lemon stealing werewolves. That's why they're
Please.
attacking humanity, not to kill humans.
They
just
want
'cause
the
citrus.
lemons!
They want the
I don't
fucking
want to
lemons.
freaking make a lemonade stand or some shit.
God damn.
We don't
day,
need Abyssinian wards, we need lemonade stands.
Yeah.
But would Lorelei be familiar enough with like Acrio's sort of usual
You'd be
haunts
familiar
that-
enough with the giant, massive stone cart parked in front of the tavern.
Yeah.
Where could he be? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the giant billowing smoke from that part of town.
He doesn't look as grumpy as you thought he sounded when you first woke up. He seems totally fine, just sitting there, sipping some coffee, picking at his eggs. Plate's
Yes.
mostly cleaned already, so he's just... Make an insight check.
Oh, he's just idling. Insight. Damn it, Lorelei, come on. You know him better than that.
If anything, you get the sense that it was more just like disappointment that plans made got massively diverted.
She's gonna sidle in and like quiet as a mouse, like she's trying not to even disrupt the air around him. She will take a seat opposite and just sit there for a second and wait for him to acknowledge.
Looks over at her.
Morning.
I see you've finally woken up.
Yeah, I have. Look, I'm sorry. I did my best to keep everyone in line. I really did. I made sure everyone was. I tried to keep track of everyone. We dealt with Amrita. She's fine. Asuriel, I don't know why she got drunk, but she did. But she was fine. But I didn't drink anything. It was just. We were just tired. It's not. We weren't doing anything bad. It's just I had to go help Amrita.
We're supposed to be going back on the road today. And if what you're saying is correct, Amrita's probably on the cusp of death right now. I don't even know if she's alive. I didn't really bother to check, because at this point, we're definitely not leaving today. Asuriel got drunk. Can only imagine what our other friend has done. And thank God you're okay, but you look like you haven't slept for at least a month. Like... I understand people have their problems, but come on, we're supposed to go on the road in a day. If we're not prepared, we're gonna get ripped apart.
I know, I've been trying to keep people in line. I've been trying. But whenever I turn my back, people just go in 100 different directions.
I get it. And it shouldn't entirely fall on you to keep track of everybody.
But if it didn't...
Is Amrita
would...
okay?
If it hadn't fallen on me to go and look for her, she would be in a much worse place than she is now. We had to...
But she's okay now.
She's exhausted a little. She's been through it. She's lost a lot of blood, but I think she's better off than she was yesterday.
Can we fix it, or do we need to find a doctor?
A doctor couldn't hurt. She has a hole in her skull.
Doctor it is. I don't think we have one here in Braylet, not anymore.
Then maybe all the more reason we should set out. Go somewhere that
Is
does.
she going to make it? Our
I mean,
plan was to go through the pass again.
Where's the? I mean, where did she and Cillian just go? Just Shadow someplace? Maybe they have a doctor there.
One sec. I'm just gonna pop myself into out of character for a second. Ah, fuck. Greater Restoration's 5th level?
Yes,
What?
dude. Yes. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Dude. Yes, bro.
What the fuck do we get at 3rd level? Should I just like chop Amrita's head off and then use?
We get revivify at third
You know
level.
what? Let's just go
Whoa.
chop her head off and cast Revivify.
It's not
I
gonna
think
fix
it'll
the
be
hole.
easier.
It's not gonna fix the hole.
I think
Create a
we'll fix
bigger
it.
one.
Wait, okay, we go kill someone else, take their bones, just
Skin craft a skull.
No, don't think that's how it works.
Okay, anyway, back
the glue
back in-
gun, 5-minute crafts.
Exactly, 5-minute crafts Amrita's skull back together.
Shadow Grange or even Lamas would probably be about a 3 days ride in the opposite direction of where you intend to go. And then obviously you have to make your way back.
I mean, I know how to take care of somebody, but I've never
Yeah,
really
but
dealt
she's
with
also one of our best fighters. How much of a doctor am I? How much? Oh, my medicine's a 4. Okay.
Hey, mine's a 7.
Okay. I have an idea. And it's not going to be pretty, but it probably will work.
Okay.
Do we know where Amrita is?
She is just outside Braylet. She's not that far. Asuriel's with her.
Can we fill the hole with metal?
I mean,
Because we
You'd
can't have her
one to-
walking around with an open head.
Fucking
I mean, I think the skin's kind of healed over a bit, but I think it's just the bone underneath that's got a hole in it. I haven't really looked. It's very bloody, and there's a lot of caked on blood. It's kind of hard to see.
Okay.
I mean, you're the metal worker here. You tell me.
I'm also not a doctor.
Neither am I, so I can't tell you. I mean, we could maybe like just a metal brace for the front, just like, you know, just to put over the forehead, so in case anything does bump in there, it's not going to go straight through her brain. I should never have let her walk off in the first place. Why did I do that? I just said, no, Amrita, don't. We're supposed to go places tomorrow, and maybe made her stay. Maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Okay. But whatever was in her head is no longer there.
Yes,
So I'll call it a net positive.
I think so.
Okay. Okay, let's go find Amrita. Actually, and I wave to the waiter to get some breakfast and coffee. I need seconds and you need breakfast.
Okay.
She won't die in half an hour. And you'll just order the same thing, but again, for him and her, and coffee. Lots of coffee. Maybe a double for Lorelei.
Double espresso. Let's go.
Yeah. Just like the coffee beans, take them, put them straight into the cup.
Instead of salt, just like get a pepper grinder full of coffee beans and just like grate that over the food.
Exactly. Like, distill down that caffeine, just pure, dump that shit in.
Crunch those coffee beans.
Yeah.
Cowboy coffee. The spoon's got to stand up in the cup.
Exactly.
Spoon don't stand. I don't stand for it.
Oh, fuck you.
Cillian, where are you headed to try to intercept Amrita?
I'm waiting for her in the stables.
And then
Yeah, I imagine she's not really paying attention when she walks in there, trying to like not probably throw up anymore, definitely like really squeamish, and tries to like see if would there be like a bucket or something with water in here?
There's troughs.
How clean does the trough look? Probably, obviously, you know what? She's not that dumb. What am I saying?
It's a
What am I
horse
saying? Yeah, like she almost is like, no. But yeah, she's gonna go over to Petunia and everything.
Want to get her ready to ride? Holding out a brush.
Just real quietly sidles in behind.
Sarah probably just like sees and stop. She almost doesn't even know if she wants to look at Cillian in this moment. Thanks. What'd you say? He was holding like a brush or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll take the brush from him.
Right. I'm gonna go work on my wingman. How you doing, buddy?
Winnies.
I'm just silently start to get him ready to ride, sort of talk to him. Try to imitate my sister as best I can. I'm not successful.
I was going to say roll animal handling.
Yeah, that's a good way to do that. Absolutely right. I did switch that.
There's actually a moment of concern when you realize how well the horse is responding. There's a flicker in your mind like, did she die? Is her soul connected to me now? But fortunately it passes.
Oh, stop scaring me.
Asuriel, you have any idea where Lorelei went, or think you can find her?
You can probably find her, yeah? She said she was looking for Acrio.
Can you just see if she has something for queasiness?
Okay. She'll saunter off to look for Lorelei. So, wherever she thinks Acrio must have gone.
Just look for the cart.
The smoke trail is the first thing that you spot. It's it's not like a huge billowing bonfire, but just enough smoke that most people don't like their chimneys this time of year because it's warm enough at night. So it's the only kind of smoke. Plus the tavern being right there probably combines.
She'll go towards the tavern, but you see her flinching at bright light.
Oh, bless her.
Bless
She's fucked.
poor girl.
She's fucked.
Yeah, Amrita makes sure she is very gone before she's gone. Just goes back, but glances over at Cillian a couple times. I might not be entirely thinking clearly, but I heard 2 different tunes. I think one of them was probably likely from you.
You taught us something? I'm glad you're okay.
I think Amrita would try to look at him as if trying to be insightful to see if he sounds genuine to her, because I don't know if she would believe him or not.
What's her passive insight?
I'm trying to see. Insight is based off of wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, well, what's your insight modifier?
It's a 2.
So it would be a 12. I mean, Cillian is a bit hard to read because you never really know for sure if he's bullshitting. You've got a better sense for it since meeting him and seeing through some of the way he acts. So this doesn't feel like he's being flamboyant at all.
I find that hard to believe. Oh well. Look, can you just later, because I know I gave you my other clothes to sew, just don't even bother. I'll just take them back now.
No, I'm gonna finish that. You're fine. Here.
Doesn't matter anyway, they won't. It doesn't even matter. And she just takes them. Not too forcefully, but just puts them on top of Petunia.
What's your name, Petunia?
That's the name they already had her. I would have given a different name. If I could.
Oh, I like it. Listen, we don't have to talk if you don't want to. I'm just not gonna let you be alone right now.
You haven't told anyone anything, have you? It's one thing to brag on other people, but I would appreciate it if you just didn't brag on me, okay?
Well, I wasn't bragging. I sort of spilled some beans to Lorelei. I'm sorry. I just thought, well, you sort of started ignoring me the last half of the month, and I thought, I don't know, I made a mistake or something.
Just don't really feel like talking to you right now. So I think when we leave Braylet, we should just not associate for a while. I will continue to travel with this group, but I think I will still... It doesn't matter. I need to just focus right and hopefully not feel sick.
I almost saw you die, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Ready for a long one, wingman?
Horse just shits on the ground.
Type of guy he is.
And yeah, Asuriel, you find Lorelei and Acrio seemingly enjoying a hearty breakfast.
Lorelei looks up at Asuriel and immediately goes like pale as a sheet. Like, I thought you were with Amrita.
Yeah, and she went to the stables, and now Cillian's there, and she wanted me to find you.
Okay, why? Is she okay?
No, she's fine. She's just with Petunia.
Okay. What does she need me for?
Just shrugs like, I don't know.
Did she say anything?
Not really. Just asked me to go see if you're okay. And Acrio too.
Fine. Asuriel, sit down. Finish the rest of my breakfast. I'm gonna go look for her.
She looks tempted, but then she takes one bite, goes a little pale, and like, no.
And as like Lorelei tries to stand up, he just hand shouldered back down.
Okay, point taken. I should go see if she's all right though, shouldn't I?
It's okay. Well,
If she
It's okay
dies
if you
now,
can't be.
she definitely will die by the time you get there. Wait, no, let me reword that. That's not making sense in my head as Tristan.
If she's
alive now, she'll be alive when you get there in 20 minutes. There we go.
That's not. I've seen that be
Is
not
she-
true before.
she's okay. Cillian's with her. Oh, she's puking a lot, but that's okay. After
May you have a
last
whole
night,
cup of coffee, which you've taken a single sip of, and also you've basically taken a single bite of everything. Please, just eat. You're gonna
Okay.
need it.
Okay.
Also, sorry, Acrio.
It's fine. It's fine. Ugh.
What was the first time Acrio ever got drunk?
Actually, him getting drunk? Probably never. I
He's
mean,
not
his
that
grandpa
drunk.
probably would have
Probably-
introduced him to
probably on his
the
birthday,
libations.
when like he was like old enough. It was like, all right, son, time to try a bit of family brew, and literally just like one drink in, vomiting everywhere because he was probably still a scrawny little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same day he got his axe, probably almost chopped his own foot off.
'Cause he was
It's
drunk.
like, yeah, here's the family hatchet, here's a drink. Take, have fun.
The rite of passage to becoming a man. You get an
Yeah.
axe and a beer.
Yeah,
That sounds like Grandpa Revito.
yeah. One sip, and he's that gif of the guy like
Falling
down the
downstairs.
stairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Asuriel still fucking smells like beer. And she's also just completely covered in dirt.
Lorelei's like eating, but it's like it's almost like when you're eating in a rush. Like she's rushing it.
Wait, can we have her roll a con check to see if she like fucking chokes on her food? She's like,
You want to Heimlich maneuver me in public? Is that what it is?
"Are you okay, Lorelei?"
If you wanted a hug, you could have just asked.
Yeah, like shit. You want to Heimlich maneuver me? You can just ask.
Just, I'm not choking, Acrio.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, once they finish their food, meander on over on the cart to Amrita.
And I just had a question because I don't think I remember. Do taverns also have a welcome mirror, or is that just places of residence?
Generally, every door would have one, yeah.
Okay,
Like, there's some things got destroyed, so, you know, in the rebuilding process, that's not priority one, but...
yeah, if the tavern has a welcome mirror, I want to take a look into it as I pass.
Mhm.
Just see if anything shows up in it.
I mean, you look awful, but other than that, it's all good.
Anything, yeah, anything that I wasn't expecting.
Nope, seems fine.
Okay. And she'll turn back and follow.
And away we go. I'm on the road again.
Did you bring me breakfast? Please tell me you brought me breakfast.
Well, while everybody else got nicer breakfast, I just here's some bread and water. Oh, also the eggs that Lorelei didn't eat.
Okay. Well, it's at least food. Hungry as shit.
Hey, Amrita, how you doing? Asuriel said you wanted her to come find me? Is everything okay?
I was just asking if you had anything on you that, like, hurt. Queasiness. No.
Nausea? Sure, I've got something somewhere. And she'll just pat herself down. I got a bunch of, like, herbalism stuff, so I think I must know of something in there that's, like, good for nausea.
Yeah, Pepto-Bismol in there.
I've got this leaf, I've got this mustard leaf, I've got this mint, I've got Bismol. But yeah, she'll just hand her, like, a sprig of, like, mint or mustard leaf or something. Something strong. Yeah, something strong. So here, chew on this.
Thanks.
It probably doesn't taste very good, but it works.
I've had worse. Crunches up as if it's nothing and, like, just puts it in, like, her mouth, chewing it. And she goes back to, like, properly putting, but careful with Petunia, seeing as, like, her spine is starting to get really bony in the back.
Do you have anything that makes the light less bright?
Yep, and she just takes the end of her cloak and just drapes it over Asuriel's head.
She doesn't move.
Oh no, she's a titan. No light and she just goes to sleep. Or like an alligator.
This is why I am not the type to engage in that many high levels of alcohol beverages unless it is business.
Look at me. I'm already fine again. You'll get used to it, Asuriel.
I don't want to do it again.
Listen, that's what they always say, and then you start drinking again. It's just how it works.
Don't encourage her to become an alcoholic.
What? Just drinking sometimes is not being an alcoholic.
Drinking that much... Cillian, you might have a problem. Let's unpack that later.
Yeah,
Are
while
you
everybody's...
fucking serious, and I light up a cigarette.
Yeah, while everybody's having this lighthearted bickering, Acrio meanders through the three of them up to Amrita, looks up at her. How bad's the head?
She'll get whatever bandage they had used. I imagine someone used white or whatever, and it's like bloody, but like lifts it up. It's like, imagine any indication like that, but at least it's out.
How bad is it, Jake?
Pretty mangled.
Like, mangled, or like I can see her brain through?
Like Lorelei had said, skin and flesh is grown over it, but there's still like a noticeable divot in her forehead, and it's like,
Got it.
It's not well-healed flesh.
Okay.
We turned Amrita into a thumbprint cookie.
It's like the spot on a baby's head.
Oh god, no, soft spider. Simba.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a big hole.
Puts it back down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not a doctor, but give me an hour and I'll make something up for that.
And after that's up, we're going, right?
Oh no, we're going to go while I'm making this.
Oh, right. You got this whole fucking thing?
I'm also
what's
magic.
This? Yeah, I know, but look at this fucking... There's smoke, there's 4 horses.
It just lets me do my job wherever I go.
That's sick. That's fucking sick.
It's like a Rolling Stone fortress.
Rolling Stones? Wow.
Oh my god, Acrio created the Rolling Stones.
Gosh.
There's just a logo of a mouth with its tongue out for no reason.
Yeah.
I can still take the lead, take the back. It doesn't matter for traveling. It's fine.
You should probably not be at the front, just for the first hour.
The back it is then.
Yeah.
I'll
Lorelei,
take
if
the
you
front.
want to take the reins on the big cart, I need a bit of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Take
And
all the time you need.
you do whatever you do now, Asuriel.
Is really gonna get Connie / the horse she just yoinked off the old man.
Yeah.
Horse named Yoink.
Volthen's horse has just been stabled here for a while. It's this pure white, thoroughbred-looking horse. Cillian, you would think it's decent enough for racing, even.
Ooh.
You told me you got a fucking racehorse? Damn.
Damn, boy.
Killian's like,
You
when do we
can-
start gambling?
Yeah, you can sell that thing for a lot of money, Asuriel. Just saying.
No, she's just hugging him.
It would probably live a better life in one of these towns than it will coming with us.
I mean, you could
Yeah,
say that about everything else.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I'm just saying that we definitely don't need a racing horse. And if you were to sell it and buy a cheaper horse, it would probably do the same job.
She looks like she's about to tear up. Okay,
We will
Asuriel,
let
it's okay.
Asuriel have the fancy horse.
You don't have to
Mhm.
sell it. They're just suggesting things. You don't have to do what they say.
A lot of money. Just a lot of fucking money.
I don't want to lose him at like B.
No,
She just
no,
starts sobbing
no,
like that.
no.
Hey! We're going to avenge B right now.
Exactly.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
What were
Alright,
you gonna say?
Everybody, out of character, I was gonna be like, hey, the same thing will probably happen to this horse, but who cares?
Knock
At
on
this
wood.
point, we're just throwing horses at it.
It's like that guy who's like,
Plan is gonna need
oh.
bait.
Yeah. We're just gonna put poison in all the horses.
Yeah, feed them like a weird herb that makes their blood toxic.
Yeah. I think that
Do you
kills
like-
them.
Acrio, do you need to say goodbye?
No, I think we should definitely leave right now.
You sure?
Last chance.
Was I the only one there at when we figured out my brother?
Shit, Dad, do you want to deal with that?
No. We can't
Okay.
kill him, we can't fix him.
Okay.
We just don't
Something else.
tell my family where I'm going.
Okay. Okay.
That's why we're
That's-
leaving without me saying goodbye.
Okay.
Wise decision.
You know,
Why?
Acrio, I think you might be able to do it as well. But I finally managed to figure out that spell that lets you send a message to someone regardless of where they are. You might be able to do it too, if you ever wanted
But-
to send something
like-
to your family.
Anyone?
Yeah, well, as long as you know them. I was practicing when we were out in when I was out in the forge. I was, when I got the leeches, I was practicing. And I sent a message to
Leeches?
I sent a message to repel him.
Hell,
Amrita?
what did you say?
I said I think because you told me Selene was looking for him, so I told him that you told me that Selene was looking for him, and he said not to contact him again because they're listening. So actually, maybe don't send messages. We might be being spied on.
Oh no.
Awesome.
That's-
Give a gift and take it away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rita.
We
There was
are
a question
really
I wanted to
piling
ask
up.
This is-
the,
this is- Can we please just get on the road, please? We'll
yeah.
figure it out. Asuriel,
we're
whatever you ask, just ride in the
underway.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
As we leave the stable, I want to just catch Cillian at the back of everyone for a second. Casting those spells on Amrita has really taken it out of me, and if we're going straight away, I'm not going to be able to do that for you. I'm not going to be able to do it for you either. I'm sorry.
You're good. Everything sucks.
As soon as I can properly rest, priority number one, I promise you.
Because you met my grandma. And I just want to know if she's okay.
I mean, I can check on her. I meant the remove curse thing for you, but I could send a message to her if you wanted me to.
No, forget about that. It's fine.
What do you mean?
No,
Forget about that.
We're good. We're good. Don't need to.
What? Cillian?
Just skip. Just slide over it.
Cillian? Cillian?
Hmm?
We're not skipping it.
No, but you don't have it anyway, so we'll worry about it later.
No. I said as soon as I get it, it is priority number 1.
But like after Amrita's head roll, right?
Well, spells of that level aren't really going to do much for her anyway.
Well, good. I'm gonna go. I'm supposed to be in the front, so.
She grabs
No,
his
I'm already go.
She grabs his sleeve. Cillian, what I'm going to say, I will only say once, so I want you to listen very carefully.
I'm listening. Listening.
We are going to deal with it, because I am not going to let you do that to Amrita or Asuriel. Do you understand me? Whether you like it or not, our lives are intertwined with theirs. This curse affects them just as much as it affects you. Do not hurt the people I care about like that, Cillian. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Once we get with people, our lives aren't our own anymore. I'm sorry it's that way.
It doesn't matter for Amrita anyway, because apparently we're not associating.
She says that anyway. What's new?
I don't know. I thought something was different. Guess not.
Give her time.
Fuck, she's got all the time in the world. She's not gonna change.
Cillian, if you keep up that attitude, I will keep her from you myself. You don't get to kiss her and then say those kind of things. She deserves a lot. There's a big shoes to fill. So if you're gonna come in here with quips and snide remarks, rather than love and compassion for her, I'm afraid I can't.
I tried, okay? I tried. I didn't do any quips. I didn't do any remarks. I tried to be as genuine as possible.
And if you've seen anything of my interactions with her, you should know this shit doesn't happen overnight. She needs time. Not everyone is as quick to the jump as you.
Well, everyone should be. But I'm listening, okay? I hear you.
Give her time. You hurt her, you have to answer to me. You get that? I elbow him in the ribs and I go on ahead.
Ow. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you too, buddy. And I will go and drive. So I realized I was the one driving and I have been busy scolding.
All right, Asuriel, we are next to each other in the back. I have to go a little slow for a moment, but what did you want to ask me?
Oh, well, I did want to wait for a better time, but let's just go ahead. Sithabella told me that, you saw, well, not really, that you killed the guy in Corsiva, the evil one, and that you saw something when he did, or at least something happened. You saw some kind of devil?
Amrita stares off, her eyes trailing the cart and the others in front of it as she sits back here with Asuriel, contemplating this. You mean the one known as Sithabella saw that? How?
Well,
Actually, that's a dumb question.
She didn't see it, but she did hear about it, apparently. I don't know how.
Or she probably did one of those weird examination. That's why I stay examining observations. I can't even get my words today. I feel so befuddled.
It's just, I know it's a weird question, but can you tell me what it looked like exactly?
I can do that. It will take time for me to recollect that moment, but I can tell you this much. When I was imprisoned in the estate of the Aldrin Yond, who was the burgomaster at the time, my understanding is that he was the type to do some kind of experiments, or that's what he was planning to do with me for his own purpose to help his daughter. Anything else, I'm not sure, but I wonder if... Why would she mention that to you specifically?
I've been seeing a sort of devil man in my dreams. At least one of them. And I don't know, when I got my wings, I heard I went somewhere that looked like the place where I saw the devil man. I heard a voice.
What did his face look like? Can you describe it to me?
Yes. Devil horns, his face entirely red. And she'll give it the best description she can, but I didn't have tiny details.
And it was murky anyway. It wasn't a clear picture. It was like you were seeing... The face was almost like in the sky, like stretched across the clouds. So it was more like a vision of a face, but yeah. And Amrita, it does sound similar, although not exactly the same, to the way when Jan's head was removed and his magics were ended, the various spells that he was in control of, his appearance changed to what you would guess to be his natural state, because the head remained that way after being put on the spike on the front of the burgomaster's fence gate, to this reddish skinned, pockmarked. His eyes were yellowed, and these twisted horns in uneven shapes coming out of his forehead.
I wonder, perhaps if he, the one known as Yond, was a part of the Veiled and some of his own dealings of things, perhaps the same, and this is just a thought I have, whoever has done this to you probably used Yon to his own methods, or Yon made some kind of deal with him. I do not think they are exactly the same, but there is a similarity here.
It's troubling, but Vil didn't seem to know who I was at all.
It could be it was just only as Remus, had indicated. Yond had a habit of doing his own things, clearly.
Maybe,
but
yeah.
I owe you my life as the others, and I'll try to see if there is something I could figure out, if it is alchemical related, or related in the sense of alchemy. Anything pertaining to magic and such, that is not really... That is more of Lorelei's, and probably Acrio's thing.
Alright. Thank you anyway. I'm hungry now.
All she had was leftovers.
That Acrio forced Lorelei to eat most of.
Yeah.
Are there any sly jars that I can just reconquistador as a new home for my leeches?
I don't know
Acrio,
what
you got any
forge
fucking
card
jars?
stocked with.
Where the fuck would I have a jar? Maybe a metal jar, or
Like a glass jar. I need wine.
Why would I have a glass jar?
He's probably got some pails.
Yeah, I've got a metal pail sitting around.
Maybe they can live in there. I had to take my leeches out of the jar to put the eye in it and then destroy it, and then the jar got broken, so my leeches don't have a home right now. They're just chilling.
But do I get my channel divinity back on a short rest or a long rest?
There's a short rest.
Okay. Well, at the moment, Amrita not having a squishy soft brain.
Takes precedence, I know, yeah. That's what I was asking, if you just had a jar lying around in here.
Wait, let me just double check. Okay, I don't. Okay. Do I? No, I don't. No. No,
way too much thought into this.
lantern oil is held in a clay pot, not a Okay. Yes. Also,
If there's just a little metal pail, I'll just put him in there.
yeah, you can have a little metal pail. I have a bunch of iron pots and pans and
Maybe they
pails.
like the dark. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm channel divinitying for the next hour.
Okay.
Just to make like I can't put something in her head that'll kill her. So just like a really thick metal plate with like
Naruto headband.
literally with a band to just like tie around her head.
Oh
so
god,
that
am I gonna be
any-
like that freaking one anime character that has like that metal band? Like,
Yes, she's
Naruto.
like you
now.
guys know what I'm talking
You-
about? Freaking that. Oh my god.
Congratulations, you are Naruto.
Oh my god, no.
Until we can
Amrita
fix
starts-
your...
Believe it.
Yeah.
I already run as fast as Naruto, so why not, I guess.
You gotta put
Yeah.
yours out
Seen
now.
it. God.
Did I ever give Amrita the thing, Jake?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do things for her.
Hello?
You have a plate
yeah.
for your head, and
Well, she's chilling in the back with Asuriel, just chit-chatting away, so...
How fast are we moving?
This girl's probably started talking about something dumb.
Cheese. Like,
Again.
oh, we're gonna go back through the town with cheese.
cheese.
I hope their cheese isn't magical anymore.
Asuriel
just
finds it doesn't
magically
taste the same.
delicious.
Yeah. So for now, I'll just turn around. I'll hop off the cart in a quick stride.
Clink, 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 clink,
keeping up.
clink, clink,
Yeah,
clink, clink.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Just-
just been going slow.
Hand up the ribbon with the metal plate. It'll keep your head from anything getting in there for now. Not a permanent solution, but
Probably wise. Thank you.
yeah, don't need you dying quite just yet. Also, I did spend my time at the forge doing one other thing.
Other thing.
Yeah. Reaches into the large bucket on his back with just like various implements and pulls out a weapon. Do you have the art, Jake?
I'm uploading it right now.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, bro, if you made me cry out of character, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, so he
Wow.
pulls out an axe. I'm glad you didn't die because I made this for you.
For me.
May it help you slay your enemies.
I can't accept this, Acrio. Why would you give this to me?
Well, from a technical standpoint, it's obvious. Of course, because you're the one in the front line, you need to be able to you hit the hardest. We need you to be able to use your weapon to deal whatever attack we need you to kill the enemy better.
You made her a spork.
I made her a spork.
Fucking
Yeah,
damn
this
it.
weapon effectively, it has a handle similar to you would find on like a wood chopping axe. The head itself is a large axe head with the 3 crossed swords in the forge symbol style.
So cool.
On the back side, however, of the axe head, the opposite side is a small hammer, and the entire thing includes a spike. And effectively, it lets you either deal slashing damage with the axe side, you can bludgeon with the small hammer side, or pierce with the spike. So a hunter in need of different damage types, depending on what you are, what kind of creature you're facing, you can instantly switch between whichever one you need.
Creature got armor. Twist it around, just fucking crack him in the skull.
I better save this to the desktop.
Here, hold this. Stabs it into the horse.
Yeah, looks at it, and her mentor also had an axe, right?
Mhm.
It makes her briefly think of him then in that moment, and she just looks at Acrio, and after she's already putting the bandana on, like by this point holding the axe, and puts it probably to the side where she has her arrows at. I will be sure to try and use it as I see fit then. Strategically, of course. If you wish for me to have it, then I will take care of it for you. You didn't have to do that.
Acrio deflates after he's handed it over. You're a trusted friend, and I want you to be able to do your best. So this is that. And your first kill might be that creature.
Perhaps.
It'll be certainly one to remember. And he meanders on back up to the cart. Takes Lorelei off of it and takes the reins.
I can still drive. You don't have to if you want to keep, I don't know, making stuff.
Well, I can't make things while it's moving.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on how it works, but I don't mind to keep driving if you just want to.
I appreciate the sentimentality. You are free to keep driving.
And she will.
The area in the road heading north is far more green this time of year than when you first made your way to Braylet. There's a smell of rain in the air as the clouds open up to the north over the Farbog. You're not sure if that's going to move this way. The breeze is light, so it may or may not rain itself out before it gets to you. It's a good ways off. However, Lorelei in the front, rattling over this well-traveled road, you make out a shape that you don't recall on your first travel here. It's distant. It looks like some kind of like signpost, maybe?
She's gonna squint at it for a bit and then lean back. Am I remembering wrong, or was there always a signpost on that part of the road?
Probably remembering wrong.
Cool, thanks. Lorelei's memories and senses are unreliable again.
Acrio clambers on up to the front of the cart to look.
She points it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it's a good ways off, so it's really hard. It's kind of just a shape, depending on how good your eyes are. As you get closer, yeah, it doesn't quite, to you,
It's
actually,
a
it doesn't quite look like a signpost. It's different. I think, given your proclivities, you would instantly recognize it as being made of stone.
That's
Hey, Cillian?
Hmm?
Can you get your friend to look up ahead? See what that thing is?
Want to check it out?
Sure, I guess.
Thank you. You're so reliable. Begrudgingly is gonna do it.
Yeah. So after a moment, Reigen will be near you again, and you just hear him say, "Don't know what it is, but that is not good."
Something terrible, probably. Reigen doesn't really know. Just let's be careful.
Yeah.
Should we approach without horses in case they get...
Well,
Maybe we
if
should
we don't
talk-
have horses, we're on foot, which means we don't have an escape.
Yeah, let's give it a bit of distance. Like, let's go to as much to the other side of the road as we can. Just keep our eyes on it. Hopefully we can go past.
It's...
How big is it getting as we get closer?
You would suspect it's easily as tall as the cart.
Okay.
And that you're starting to see this shape, almost like a tree trunk, but it looks like stone that's like twisted. And there's no branches, but very oddly, it's like it's carved almost at the top where it's flat and like pointed. And it points what would be away from the road at this point.
I can look ahead, maybe?
I'd be careful, Asuriel. I wouldn't want to put you in danger if it is bad. Let's just all stick together and just go steady.
We'll get there eventually.
And as you do, Cillian being the one in the lead, you kind of get this ominous feeling in the presence of this stone that you can see now is like, seems to have torn its way out of the ground. The soil around it is crumbled. There's no scrub that's grown up around it. And Cillian, you see across the top of like the flat top point, this bluish shimmer, almost like the way oil shimmers over water. It's this discolored and weird appearance that
shouldn't quite be there on stone. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Damn it.
Oh, cool.
We still got it. We still got it.
Lorelei wants to go to the top of that and have a fucking dramatic anime, like, with the billowing the cloak so fucking
That's
bad.
cool. That's really cool.
That doesn't look ominous at all.
And for
Can I
scale, it's
see
about
it?
10 feet tall.
It looks like a bird.
Whoa.
Is anyone else seeing that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
look like
it looks like a
bird.
heron.
Yeah, it looks like a
Oh
heron.
shit.